Imagine a girl whose childhood was spent amidst giant creatures. A decade later, something extraordinary unfolds, a tale of joy and heartbreak. This story delves into the complexities of wildlife conservation, revealing the delicate balance between human connection and the harsh realities of nature. The story begins with a girl named Jenny Espinal, whose childhood was anything but not ordinary. Instead of the usual playmates, Jenny grew up alongside gorillas in her parents' wildlife rehabilitation facility. Her parents, especially her dad, Djalta and Bims, had a big dream. They wanted to rescue gorillas kept in captivity and send them back to their home in West Africa. Jenny's home wasn't just a temporary place for these amazing creatures. It was like a school where they could learn how to live in the wild again. Jenny spent her days having exciting adventures and building deep connections with a gorilla family of 10 members. Her childhood was special and different from what most kids experience. As the years went by, Jenny's dad, Damien, did something incredible. He helped more than 80 gorillas go back to the wild, making a huge contribution to saving gorillas. But in the middle of all this success, there was a part of the story that was particularly touching. It involved two special gorillas named Djalta and Bims. They were part of a big experiment, releasing a whole gorilla family into the wild. This was a tricky and unpredictable situation, leading to an emotional and uncertain journey. Now, Jenny is a 25-year-old woman, and she felt a strong desire to see her childhood gorilla friends again. She decided to go back to Gabon, where the gorillas from her parents' facility had been released. Jenny was excited and a bit nostalgic, wanting to check on how her gorilla pals were doing in the wild. Jenny's journey was full of excitement as she sailed into the heart of the Gabon rainforest. The lush green surroundings and lively jungle sounds set the stage for what would become a rediscovery adventure, filled with both joy and sadness. When Jenny finally reached where the gorillas were, the emotions soared. Djalta and Bims, after more than 10 years, recognized Jenny and rushed towards her with so much excitement. The reunion was emotional, featuring hugs, jumps, and happy sounds. It showed the strong and lasting connection between humans and these incredible creatures. Jenny spent 10 days near Gabon, meeting Djalta, Bims, and their gorilla family every day. But as time went on, she had to say goodbye, not knowing if it would be the last time. A few months later, Jenny and her dad got devastating news. Djalta, Bims, and others from their gorilla group were missing. The news was heartbreaking. Jenny's childhood friends were found dead, beaten, and battered. Shockingly, it wasn't an outside threat like a leopard. It was another gorilla. 5 gorillas, including Djalta's wives and a little baby named Aka, lost their lives. The investigation pointed to a gorilla named Bumanga, a rescue suffering from serious mental trauma due to past abuse. Jenny and her dad faced the harsh reality that the gorilla they once saved had become a danger. Bumanga's mental struggles turned him into a threat to the jungle's delicate balance. Now, the Espinals had to make tough decisions. Figure out if Bumanga was too unpredictable to be with other gorillas, or if moving him within the reserve was an option. While investigating Bumanga's actions, the Espinals remembered the happy reunion with Djalta and Bims. It was heartbreaking. Djalta lost family, but seeing the Espinals made him feel better. The contrast between that joy and the tragedy that followed showed the challenges of wildlife conservation. Despite the heartbreak, Jenny and her dad stuck to gorilla conservation. They had to change their approach, finding new ways to keep released gorillas safe. Damien and Jenny were determined to give these incredible animals the best life. Jenny's story is one of joy and sadness, showing the tough parts of wildlife conservation. As they faced hard choices, the Espinals stayed committed to protecting gorillas. Their journey reminds us how fragile nature is and why we need to be careful in every step of conservation. So, what are your thoughts about this unique friendship? Share them in the comment section below. Until then, take care.